Yokohama is the second largest city in Japan, but it's often overlooked by tourists. From downtown Tokyo, Yokohama is around 30 minutes by train, making it ideal for a day trip. The port city has tons of interesting activities, and there's shopping, landmarks, and inner-city parks to explore. So for today, I'd like to share 10 things I like to do in this part of Yokohama. Welcome to Kanagawa Prefecture. Located just south of Tokyo, Yokohama is actually the capital of Kanagawa, and many people in Japan live in Yokohama but commute to Tokyo for work. Please note that we're not starting our adventure at Yokohama Station, but rather Minato Mirai. Now you know you've arrived in a new part of Japan when they introduce you to a mascot, because they change them everywhere they go. And this is one of my favorite. He's so cute. He's a cat bird. No, he's like a duck mochi, a cat bird duck with angel wings, and he delivers the mail. Okay, I don't know what he is, but he's hella cute. Bye, duck, mochi, cat, angel, mailman. Alright, enough contemplating Emu-Emu-san's existence. I'm heading towards the Queen Square exit, and if you see a gigantic red escalator, you're on the right path. Now, one thing about this mall is that it's a bit of a maze. This escalator actually skips 2 floors. You can actually watch them going by. So if you take the wrong escalator, you might end up on the wrong level and then not know how to exit. So make sure you hop on the absurdly long escalator, which will take you up and out towards the exit. Well, kind of. You'll see. Queen Square can be confusing because it's a huge complex made up of shops, restaurants, music halls, parks, and even a hotel. It's actually made up of 3 separate buildings. There's Queen's Tower A, B, and C. We're currently in the middle tower, B, which is where the subway line is located. All the towers are connected, so you can easily walk between all of them without really knowing it, which is why it can be confusing. While we're in Tower B, might I recommend a favorite shop? 1 floor up from the long escalator, you just turn left and you're at the Sanrio store. This shop has the usual array of extremely cute stuffed toys, accessories, clothing, and more, as well as plenty of limited edition Japan items. And the best part is, it's way less crowded than the Sanrio stores located in downtown Tokyo. But what I really need is a good coffee. How else will I survive? We'll be cutting through the malls and walking towards the doors leading to the landmark tower exit. So when you leave Queens Mall, you hit that giant roller coaster looking sculpture, and across from that is yet another mall. That's Landmark Tower. And if you keep walking down the parkway, you're gonna see another mall. And this is my favorite mall, and not because there's anything in it that I like. It's because it's called Mark-is. Not Marcus. Mark is and nothing. Mark is happy, Mark is on fire. Who came up with the name of this mall? They're like, I have this amazing name. What is it? Mark is. And then he fell asleep before he could finish it, and then they sent the email, and the person's like, Mark is, it's brilliant. Anyways, when you see Mark is, keep going and think of creative things about Mark. Mark is happy. Mark is a ballerina. Mark is an open-minded individual. Mark is located in front of Art Square. As you can see, it doesn't really roll off the tongue. Art Square is a long scenic outdoor space that connects the multiple malls together with smooth, clean walkways, ramps for accessibility, and tree-shaded benches. There's this flat water fountain that kids just love playing in, and let me just say, RIP shoes. And amongst the greenery is a blue bottle. Always consistent with quality, Blue Bottle Coffee does a tasty hand drip, espresso-based beverages, and they offer oat milk. But they also have non-coffee drinks like lemonade, as well as delicious snacks. I'm going for a cold brew coffee, which is a great choice for those of you with any stomach issues. Cold brew is made slowly with cold water, resulting in a much less acidic coffee. With their big open windows, Blue Bottle Minato Mirai is just a great place to chill and recharge. Now that I've got some more pep in my step, thank you coffee, we're walking back through Art Square to Landmark Plaza, the mall located inside of Landmark Tower. If I had to describe the interior of Landmark Plaza, I'd say it's like a castle and a mall had a baby. It's grand, with high ceilings, lots of light, and giant pillars. But it also has shops, restaurants, and this insane rounded escalator. Look at it! Look at it! It's so round! Okay, but I shall not be distracted by your curved magic. Oh no! Head on up to the 4th floor and you'll discover a hidden Ghibli store. If you're unable to make it to the museum or theme park, you can still get your hands on rare Ghibli merch, since this is an officially licensed shop. It's also an excellent way to slim down your wallet and spend all your hard-earned money because everything is so freaking cute. I don't need this, but I want it. I want it all. One last thing before we leave Landmark Tower. If you exit the mall from the 3rd floor, you can find the entrance to the Sky Garden. This is an observation deck on the 69th floor of Landmark Tower. She said 69. It has epic views of Yokohama day or night, and you can chill with food from the Sky Cafe, serving ice cream, drinks, and snacks. As you walk away from Landmark Tower, you'll notice a giant boat. This is the Nippon Maru, a sailing ship built in 1930 that trained many a sailors. She was retired in 1985 and remains safely in this dock. And for all you ship enthusiasts, you can tour the inside of the ship as well as the Yokohama Port Museum. Now, one thing I will say is that this area of Yokohama is very clean, and this is the first experience of stickers I've actually found. I've seen the remnants of them being scraped off, so they clearly police the area and clean it. No crowd spotting yet, but I did find a few favorites that I know. Welcome to Cosmo World. It is a delightful little amusement park right outside of the subway station. You know you've arrived when you look for the clown holding his banana. It does have a lot of kids, but it also ends up being a bit of a date spot. I've seen so many couples coming here in the evening. They definitely look like they're new. They'll kind of be in that hand-holding stage, and I'm like, so cute. This place is really fun, but not something that you'd want to go to for the whole day if you're an adult. But I mean, pop on by. The rides are fun. You've even got arcades, and you can win Pikachu toys and stuff like that. So, Cosmo World. On one side, you've got Cosmo World where we just came from. It's kind of more for kids, but obviously you can go there. But when you cross over the bridge, that's where you're heading to a little bit more of an adult place because it has roller coasters, the gigantic Ferris wheel, and it has a log splash thingy for the summertime. Plus, this bridge has amazing views, especially during sunset. You get the water reflecting and everything lights up. I just really love this bridge. Now, the real Neato Cheeto part about Cosmo World is that there's no admission fee to enter, and the games and rides are all individually priced. There's a little bit of everything here, there's a giant Ferris wheel, mirror mazes, there's splashy log rides, rides for kids and for adults, there's VR experiences, and more. But you can also just soak up the atmosphere and wander around at your leisure. Martina, top tip. Even if you don't want to go to Cosmo Land, when you cross over the bridge and come to the second amusement park, come inside the building and you're going to find a massive selection of capsule toys. So you can just come here for finding something awesome, because I found one that's a miniature Japanese telephone. And on the 3rd floor, they have the claw machines and an arcade, and there's a virtual reality thing. So I mean, you don't even have to like the amusement park rides. You can just come here for the capsule toys. Don't tell anyone. It's a top secret. It's just between us and everybody here. And the internet. And now everybody that I've told. Damn it. Japanese payphones. Not so rare. You see them around Japan. Ooh. Oh, we got the gray one. I've never seen the gray one before. Tiny phone. My tiny objects need to make tiny phone calls. With my tiny phone, I'm off to the next spot for a sprinkle of Hawaii. Now, for those of you that like having an efficient day, allow me to explain why this is an excellent area. Behind me, we have Cosmo World, but what's that? It's the Cup Noodles Museum, and on the other corner, we've got World Porters, everything in one little triangle. That's not a triangle. It's kind of like a flag. Now, one thing you'll notice about the food court in World Porters is that it has a very tropical theme. There are at least 5 or 6 Hawaiian-themed restaurants. If you didn't know this already, Japanese people love Hawaii. When you go to Hawaii, there are so many Japanese tourists and things written in Japanese, so they have a big love in their heart for it. Speaking of love in my heart, I am going for malasada, which is a Hawaiian donut, and it's actually Leonard's, which is from Hawaii. I had it once in Hawaii, and I had it once here when this lovely lady brought me some when I first moved back to Japan, so I have a big, like, warm comfort feeling. Let's go hunt us down some Leonard's. Malasada time. Malasada. Though the first floor is Hawaiian themed, make sure you check out the other floors, as they have shops and restaurants from all around the world, as well as arcades and a movie theater. And of course, my personal favorite floor is the second floor, which sells math textbooks. Just joking, and seeing if you're paying attention. It has loads of shops with stuffed toys and cute collectibles. Come on, of course. Everything is made fresh at Leonard's, so yes, there can sometimes be a wait, but it's worth it. I ordered 2 cinnamon sugar malasadas, one for Dan, as we sure as hell ain't splitting one. One does not split a malasada. Heed my warning. Leonard's can get very busy, like wraparound line busy. If you come here on the weekend or the wrong day like a holiday, you gotta get ready to wait. But what's this that I feel in my hand? Is it a freshly cooked malasada that's been just recently tossed in cinnamon and sugar? Yes, it is. Am I willing to wait for that? Yes, I am. And you should be too. Let me just tell you, I love cinnamon and sugar. I think it's like the ultimate sweet combo. And this is a piping hot fresh malasada straight out of the fryer and tossed in cinnamon and sugar. Let's just call it cinnamon from now on. Oh my God, it is so fresh and eggy and light. When you bite into it, it just kind of like crushes under the pressure of your teeth. Ooh. It's almost like deep frying custard.
Oh yeah, this malasada is so good, so eggy, so fresh. Not even oily, just magical cinnamon and sugar.
An excellent way to spend a few hours on a rainy day, the Cup Noodles Museum is an art gallery, plus museum, and a food court, plus a kids park. It's all in one space, and which I'm not going to show you because I don't want to spoil it for you. And even if you don't plan on going inside, be sure to take a minute to admire the glorious Cup Noodles Marble Coaster. It's an art installation with over 4,000 red marbles speeding and sliding around. If you time it just right or you get lucky, you can watch the whole cup dump. Doesn't sound right, but it's totally awesome.
Also, you may have noticed some people walking around with these weird bubble bags all over Yokohama. These are actually souvenirs from the museum, where you can design and create your very own cup of ramen to take home with you. How cool is that?
One of the most unique things about Yokohama is their amazing harbor. You cannot leave Yokohama without seeing it. Let's go. Here comes a puppy. Hi, hi, hi. Aren't you excited? I know, nice weather. So as you walk along this harbor area, you'll notice in the distance this like big kind of black building, and that's Hammerhead. And Hammerhead has a really fancy hotel, a lot of really cool bistros and shops that are open to anybody. You don't have to go to the hotel. And it has one of my favorite 7-Elevens. I have a very specific reason why. Let us go explore.
We're on our way over to Hammerhead, a cruise ship port and seaside mall with restaurants and an extra special 7-Eleven. Now, 7-Elevens are awesome in Japan, but this one takes it to the next level, since there are hundreds of import and local beers, ales, and ciders to choose from. As you can drink in public places in Japan, this is a great spot to pick up some unique brews to enjoy by the sea. They even have their own beer, the Hammerhead Ale. There's also a gigantic selection of unique non-alcoholic beverages and snacks as well. I recommend craft cola, made in Yokohama, and scrumptious. And this is from someone who doesn't usually like cola.
So right beside that 7-Eleven is this like tiny little shopping area. It's like a little mini mall, and in it they have a specialty ramen food court. It's ramen from all over Japan, but in one location. That's pretty heckin' neat. They've also got some cute cafes, dessert shops. Just come on in and have a peruse.
And if you're interested in seeing Yokohama by sea, you can buy tickets to board the Sea Bass water taxi from here. As we leave Hammerhead, you'll pass through Marine and Walk, a cute little portside mall with cafes and clothing stores. I'll leave that to you to explore, as I'm on the hunt for a bench full of benchly goodness so that I can crack open this beer and rest my legs while watching the fishermen and boats.
Welcome to Yokohama Red Brick Warehouse. As you can see, I'm surrounded by 2 red brick warehouses, but that's not what everyone's here for. Everyone's here for this middle section here. It is an event space. They host so many different things. I've been here for Christmas time. They have Hawaiian festivals where people are actually like dancing on stage. They do so many things. Now we have the Spring Festival. I've actually never caught it before. It's so pretty and everyone's here taking pictures of their pets. Should have brought Kogi. He's gonna be cross. Anyways, let's go take a look at the beauty and see if we can capture some animals. Not like literally capture, like video, you know what I mean, video capture.
Are you seeing this? How pretty is this? There are also a few food trucks and spots to chill. And if I was better at social media, I'd be taking all the gorgeous photos of myself in some excellent way with these flowers. But you know what? Wait, hang on. I have an idea. Truthfully, I'm just enjoying the vibe and watching all these adorable dogs sit pretty in clothing which is kind of nicer than what I even own. And there's also, what the?
Mother, why? I hate this.
Oh, and don't forget to check out the red brick warehouse itself. It's filled with pop-up shops, local art and food, an excellent sticker shop, and they're all entwined in this historic spot. You can even pick up some Yokohama beer and snacks as a souvenir, and enjoy it back at your hotel. Thanks for joining me on this walking tour around the Minato Mirai area. However, this isn't the end of my Yokohama adventures. Oh no! I've made another video where I show you even more of Yokohama and take you to some of the more off-the-beaten-path spots. We check out a sake tasting bar, explore the back streets of Chinatown, and much, much more. Thanks for sticking around to the very end of this video. Please check the YouTube info box for a link to my free digital map guide to Yokohama with all the spots I mentioned in this video. Happy adventures, and keep keeping it cool in the King Kogi airship.